morning, everybody. It's Anne-Margaret. Lovely to see you on a Saturday morning. Hi. As we're getting ready to get started here, go ahead and grab your journal and something to write with. And also this morning, I would like you to also grab, if you have it, Clary Sage, Balance, and your favorite essential oil, because we're going to be using those in our visualization today in our work. So grab those things and we'll get started in just a moment. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Nice to see your beautiful faces this morning. Hi. All right, so today we're talking about in what areas are you a master, being an expert. And I know sometimes we feel like everybody else knows more than we do, and we look to them to give us the guidance or the advice. But what areas are you a master in? Like, what areas do you know that you really know? Oh, thank you, Rob. What areas do you know something that you could offer something to someone else in this world? So maybe it's how to be a great listener. Maybe some of you have very specific skills. And if you want to go ahead and type in anything that you're finding within yourself that you're a master of, like what are you a master of, go ahead and you can type it in the comments. Or if you want to stay private this morning, you just want to write it down in your journal. We're going to start a little bit more with that in just a moment. So great. Thank you guys for joining. All right. So making sure everybody has your journal, a pen and paper, something to write with. And yes, great. All right. Let's go ahead and start. Go ahead and grab your balance oil. This balance oil is very grounding. We're going to use 3 oils today as we go into this meditation on the mastery in our lives, that we can embody this more so that we can be more free with our wisdom with each other. Our hive mind is so powerful if we're allowing ourselves to let that light shine, as Marianne Williamson says so beautifully, so that we give other people permission to do the same, to let their light shine. Hi, Randy. So go ahead and grab your balance oil if you have it. And if you don't, just take a couple good grounding breaths. Close your eyes. If you've got that oil, put it on the soles of your feet this morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. And go ahead and sit, close your eyes, put your book aside, your journal. And just for a moment, ground here. Take a few deep grounding breaths. Let out a little sigh. Take a breathe in of that oil if you want to let that vibration begin to affect you this morning. Get settled wherever you are, all around the globe. Thank you guys so much for joining. Those of you who are just joining, close your eyes, get grounded here before we begin. And if you do have that Clary Sage oil, go ahead and put a drop on your finger and place it right on the third eye point. And those of you who are not working with oils this morning, don't worry. You can breathe that in. Those of you not working with oils, I want you just to focus on visualizing that color indigo underneath your closed lids. So you begin to activate that third eye point, that place of higher clarity, that higher seeing place. I love the smell of Clary Sage too. Just to drop into more of your inner wisdom, your inner seeing place, your inner knowing. And just get settled. Let all of the cobwebs of the night just go, or anything you've been dealing with this morning, let that just settle down as you take a few deep cleansing breaths. And then if you have your favorite oil, as dictated in the notes this morning, go ahead and grab that. And if you don't have an oil, just put your hand over your heart. If you do have your favorite oil, mine is Siberian Fir. I'm such a fan of the firs. Go ahead and put that right on your heart center. Or if you don't have that oil, just breathe in and begin to visualize the color green right in the center of the heart. Or take a couple breaths in of that. Oh, it smells so good. And I put some links in the live in case you do want to grab some oils for next time. Okay, so one hand over the heart, close the eyes. And I want the other hand to go right on your thigh, like whatever you're sitting on. So on your leg, on your knee, to ground you this morning, to get connected. We are exploring the area in which you are a master. or areas. We all have a lot of different areas that we know. So eyes closed, connecting with that grounded energy of that balance, feeling your feet on the floor, your hips on your chair, and then also connecting with that heart center, what you love, what you're passionate about. And then we also apply that oil to that 6th chakra, so visualizing that indigo color, that higher seeing place this morning. Just check in, just take one moment here on Saturday morning to start your weekend off. And in this place now you're connected, you're taking a few deep breaths, I want you to connect with what area you're a master in. What are you good at? What are you told that you're good at? Are you a good listener? Are you a good trailblazer? I know that some of you have specialties that you are hesitant or shy to really acknowledge. If you want an extra challenge, put it in the comment section. What are you an incredible master at? Maybe you see the goodness in people, or maybe you see everything that's wrong and you're a master at seeing everything that's wrong so that you know what needs to be edited, what needs to be corrected. And if you're too shy to write in the comments, write it down in your journal and then go back to closed eyes. Keep visualizing yourself in that masterful energy. There is great, great strength in embodying that master or that expert archetype. So keep connecting with that this morning. If your hand is tired, you want to put it on your thigh, go ahead and do that. Just ground yourself here this morning. Now, being a master in this way, whatever way you've chosen, and those of you who are just joining us, we're embodying that master or that expert archetype. So whatever area you are a master in, maybe you're a great chef, or you love to bake, or you're a wonderful singer, or maybe you're a wonderful shower singer. How might that be a gift, not only to yourself if you fully embody that, but also the people around you? Maybe you're very, very patient. And if you're not patient, maybe you like things done now. So you really are a fire starter. You really are somebody who jumps on that task and really goes for it. And whenever you think of something, write it down. Write it down in your journal. If you want to share it with us and give us some inspiration this morning collectively, or if you're joining us after this live has been recorded, allow yourself that courage to step into being seen. Good. Good. Keep writing that down. Once you've got at least 3 things you're a master of, go ahead and write it down. Go back to eyes closed. And now begin to see yourself embodying those things. So take one at a time, or maybe all 3 of them, however you want to do your visualization. And see yourself embodying that masterful energy in its fullness, embracing its fullness, because not everything is black or white, right? There's always some gray. So if you're experiencing something that you feel like is not really an attractive thing that you're great at, notice when it would be great. Maybe you have a very short fuse, not great in all circumstances. But when you see somebody being bullied, maybe you're the one who steps up. Maybe you're the one who says something first. You have a low tolerance for that. So continue to visualize that for yourself. Continue to see where that might be a very valuable tool. And then if it's a really attractive, if it's an obvious tool, see if you can find where it might sometimes trip you up. What times might it get in the way? So as a teacher, I know that the teacher archetype is super strong for me. I've been teaching 20 years now. Where it can get in the way is if I'm just teaching without actually having a willing student. So where might your masterful energy trip you up? Guys, thanks so much for joining. Yeah. And we'll write that down. So not only areas where it might be a contribution, but where it also might trip you up. Great. Great. Now this weekend, this is just a little nugget for this weekend. This weekend, I want you to embody that masterful energy more so than you normally would. Stand like you would stand in that masterful energy and embodying that. And then how would you talk? How would you communicate? How would you listen? How might you share yourself? And this whole weekend, challenge yourself to really, truly be in that masterful energy. Beautiful. All right. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Again, the oils we use today to ground, balance, to connect with our third eye. Ooh, where is it? Clary Sage. And that's that higher seeing place energy. And then also your favorite oil. My favorite oil, Siberian Fir, putting that on the heart. For if we connect our higher seeing place, what we see for ourselves, what we see is possible in the world, and stay grounded in the here and now, stay grounded in how might we integrate this into our day-to-day, and then we stay centered in that heart center, then we can bring all of this together and ground these amazing ideas, or bring into the world our masterful energy and whatever that is that we're good at. Because the world needs more of this. The world needs more people to allow that their own brilliance, their own expertise to come forward. And right now at the end of summer, we just had a full moon in Aquarius. And this full moon energy and this and the sun still in Leo brings about this true connection to getting outside our comfort zone and getting into more of an understanding about how we can bring the esoteric principles that we're experiencing more and more so ourselves into the here and now. There are so many more people wanting to connect with spirituality, with God, with universe, life force, however you connect to that word, and understand more so how we can have that direct connection to listening to that higher place, not only within our own, in our third eye, which is our own inner wisdom, but also that crown chakra, that connection, that direct connection to guidance. Whether we see that in synchronicities in nature, or sacred geometry, other people, other teachers in our lives, that hive mind, that universal consciousness, or whether it is that direct connection to our own creator, our own God force, our own universal energy. So however you relate to that, people are tapping more into that daily, more and more and more. And being that masterful energy, we're able to tap into that ability to alchemize as well in our lives, to take whatever we're given, whatever circumstances present, and become the creator in our lives rather than just the reactor or the survivor. So remember that masterful energy, especially this weekend, everybody, really connecting with your own unique gifts, because we all have them. Each one of you watching this has something to offer. And if we don't bring that forward, if we don't share that with others, then they miss out. We miss out on your gift. So even if it's in the morning on an early Saturday morning where I realize, oh my gosh, I haven't done my live yet, I got to jump in front of a camera, whatever it is, get out there and share your brilliance, share your light with the people in your lives, with your roommate, with your family, with your kids, with your neighbor. And that light could simply be allowing your own inner smile to go to your face instead of staying inside. When you notice something brilliant about somebody, a stranger, can you share a beautiful compliment with them and have the courage to say, oh my gosh, I love your outfit, I love your earrings, your smile is so wonderful. What do you know about this? Maybe ask them for their own mastery to come forth by just asking them a question, whether it's directions or how do you keep your energy up so much? I notice you have great energy. So not only being that masterful energy, but also being the support of that masterful energy through the weekend. All right, guys, so that's your challenge this weekend. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I missed you last weekend, and I will see you next Saturday morning, and have a beautiful beautiful week ahead. Remember, own that masterful energy and allow that to come forward. Recognize when it can trip you up, when it can go into that shadow area and trip you up, or also when it can be that beautiful, magnificent light energy for other people. Okay? All right. Love to all of you. Keep raising your own vibration through visualization, through allowing that light to shine, through your essential oils, through exercise, letting those endorphins release in your brain, and also surrounding yourself with beautiful, beautiful, like-minded energy. So we all have that tribe that fully supports us when life happens. All right. Love to all of you. Keep raising the vibration. I'll see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.